Hey, what's going on, folks? Man, I just got back from riding my bike. Man, it's a good day to ride a bike. I just taking a little breather. I just got home and just gonna, I wanted to talk about streaming services, and uh, I wanted to also talk about subscriptions, like far as Netflix and uh, uh, Netflix, and I want to talk about Paramount Plus, and I want to talk about technically Gamepass, and I want to talk about PS, the PS Plus membership stuff. So I just got back from Bike Path, so I just got my helmet on. I ain't even went in the house yet. I'm in between my truck and my car. I don't hardly drive this thing. But anyway, I was thinking about uh, I support streaming services to a point, and I know I talk about physicals all the time, but I do support some streaming services. And what I mean by that is, like, the other day I wanted to watch Law and Order. Okay, I wanted to watch Law and Order, so I couldn't find it. Well, not take that back. I could find it, but on my subscription for Amazon, which you got Amazon Prime, because you're a Prime member, because you get the free delivery stuff, whatever. I could get it, but there was only so many seasons that they was only gonna let you have. So I was like, man, I really. So I had to. So I got on my phone to see who carries uh, Law and Order, and it had a lot of stuff. And it said Peacock, so I got Peacock, right. So I got on Peacock the next day, and I got it through my Xbox Series X, because all the little gamers things got the same type of stuff on there. Well, anyway, I was able to watch an episode, and so the reason why I'm sharing that is because I just know that if there's just things that I'm just not gonna buy. Like, I wanted to get Law and Order, all the seasons, but you gotta really read. So they had this box set that you can have, and the box set, man, that's a nice little ride, dude. Dang. So the box set, it said that it was a secondary company that printed these discs. They said that the actual company that actually made the actual disc, they're out of print. So I was sitting there like, man, I don't want to spend that kind of money and then get them. And then I read some of the reviews, and it was like, some were good, some were bad. So I decided, that's one box set I'm just not going to get. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I got on Peacock, and sure enough, but here's the kicker. Peacock had season 10 all the way up to, like, what, because they had a lot of seasons. I was like, okay, what the heck? I was like, so where's 1 through 9 at? So that's where they get you on these streaming services. So anyway, I clicked to see, because there's some Law and Order seasons that I didn't get into because of the fact that I just didn't get into it. Sorry about my hand. So I was like, you know, man, my hand keeps getting in the way. So I was like, so I watched a couple episodes, and they were the ones that I like, because there's a couple of them. There's some seasons I don't. The newer seasons I didn't really get into. I got into the older ones. So anyway, that's one. And then Apple had a thing on my. I got rid of Apple, but Apple had a thing where you could get. Apple had a thing where you could get rid of. I got rid of Apple, and then on my Xbox, I got on there. I was just messing around. I was gonna play a game, and they had, Apple, Apple Plus for 3 months free. So I was like, well, I wonder if I can get that again for free. I don't know what the heck. So I clicked on it, and it said you will be billed 3 months from now. I was like, cool, because I got all that information already. So anyway, that's one of them. And then I just obviously Netflix ain't gonna put none of their crap out on. They will, but it's like pulling teeth. So anyway, to sum this up, this is basically about Paramount Plus. If I was Paramount Plus, I wouldn't sell. I wouldn't sell that company at all. You know what I would sell? I would dump that Paramount Plus. I would dump it. I would dump it. I would dump it like it was. I would dump it like it's yesterday. I ain't lying. I would dump that thing like it's yesterday. I would get rid of that. I would cut my losses and I would trim the fat. I would keep my Paramount company and I would start cutting back on this, cutting back on. I mean, I'm talking trimming the fat. I don't think Paramount should sell. You know what I mean? I don't think they should sell. What they should do is they should just get rid of Paramount Plus. And what they should do is they should take Paramount Plus and take all the stuff that's on that Paramount. And what they should do is license that out to stuff like Netflix. Who else? They can license. They can license it out to Netflix. They can license it out to who else? Hulu. They can license it out to. I'm quite sure. Amazon Prime would take some of them, and I'm guaranteeing you, all the movies that they got coming out, they could do the same thing that Sony's doing. Sony ain't about to get no streaming service. I know Sony got stuff you can, do, but not like that. You know what I'm saying? So, like Sony, most of their stuff come out on Netflix just for like a couple months and then it's off. So they could do like Sony. So anyway, to sum this up, Paramount Plus should be dumped by the company Paramount. Now I know you got a lot of shareholders in there, but I would just get rid of them and then I'd just dump them, man. It's not working. Why keep bleeding money when you don't have to? Just cut your losses. Says Paramount Plus is gonna stay Paramount Plus. Just make an announcement like Paramount Plus has shut down Paramount has shut down Paramount Plus, the streaming services, and they're gonna trim the fat all across the company to get some of that money back, to cut their losses, to cover some of their losses, and then, negotiate with Netflix, negotiate with Prime, negotiate with Hulu, all these other companies that wants to keep, their streaming services, and I would distribute them out. And that way you can make just a constant turn of money. And that way, when Paramount do still make movies. So when they make movies, find out who wants to bid and go to the highest bidder. See what I'm saying? Last but not least, Gamepass and Paramount and not Paramount, but Gamepass and PS Plus. I was thinking about all the games that people are not playing at home, including myself. And I was also thinking about how the subscription service for Game Pass and PS Plus, to me, I like the way that they're doing that, even though I don't have Game Pass. I did have Game Pass, at least I had Game Pass a lot. I have a knack of canceling, then going back and canceling, then going back. But what I'm saying is that what you could do, what I think is neat about that is it takes 5 to 6 years, anywhere between 3 to 5, 6 years to make a game. So I think that, I'm just saying, this is just me thinking outside. I'm just thinking. I always think about stuff. So when I think about stuff, what's you guys' opinion on this? I think it's nice to have a little pot of money off to the side that you're generating every month. That way you can take that money and you can reinvest in whatever you're trying to make. So that's why I was saying that I support some of these streaming services. Do I hate streaming services? No, there are some people out there that's like me. They hate streaming services. I don't hate streaming services. I got streaming services. I just like collecting. I like having physicals. But what I do is like, take for instance, Peacock had some, Alfred Hitchcock Presents. I don't want to buy all that mess. I can't buy that many physicals because I can't afford to just have all that stuff in my house. Because no, take that back, scratch that, reverse. I don't have the room to store all those physical copies. So I can only get what limited copies that I can get. If I bought everything, I wouldn't have no room. Okay. So Peacock had some Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Some of y'all probably wouldn't get into that because a lot of y'all are young, but it's a lot of stuff I grew up with when my mom was alive, and I just happened to notice that was on Peacock. I was like, holy crap! So I put it in my to watch list. So in closing, this is basically about one, Paramount Plus. Paramount, the company, should sell Paramount Plus. I would dump them. I would dump them like yesterday. Get rid of them. I would keep making movies, and the whole year after you dump Paramount Plus, cut your losses, and then start going around cutting the fat everywhere, because you've been losing money. Then you're in control of how you make your money. You be like, oh, I got all these people, man. Because as soon as you dump them, you're going to get phone calls from a lot of streaming companies that wants this, that wants that, and wants certain limited access to their stuff. And that just be more money. So Paramount can sit back, the company Paramount can sit back and go, well, what do you want to give us for it? What do you want? What do you want to give us for it? You know, so they can have a revenue of money coming in because they still got movies they still produce. I wouldn't get rid of Paramount at all. I keep the company Paramount, but I would dump Paramount Plus. And last but not least is PS Plus and Game Pass. I think those things are nice to have a steady income of money coming in to be able to have that access to that stuff, to be able to have all these companies that they're running and to produce these new games coming out. So it's a good way of having steady money coming in. This is why they're trying to go to games as service. But I don't think games as service is the best way to go. I think their Game Pass and their PlayStation Plus is the way to go. But I think that both companies probably just didn't know that they thought they would grow better than what they are growing. And I can see why they probably look and go, man, we're not growing like, I mean, we got money. I mean, if they got $500 million coming in every month, that's a nice chunk of change. So you know they're not going to get rid of that, but you know they probably want more compared to how much it costs to make games. Okay, so anyway, that's all I got. I just wanted to share that with you guys. It's just that I can see some, reasons for streaming services, and I also can see the reason why Game Pass and PlayStation Plus is out there, because I got PlayStation Plus because I play my PlayStation Plus. I like some of the games they have in their little library, but I do own a lot of games. But I don't own near as many games as I do as movies. So anyway, drop a thought, drop a comment, tell me what you think, because like I said, Paramount, the company, should dump Paramount Plus, cut their losses, and then this year and all 2025, cut the fat everywhere, cut the fat everywhere, and then you negotiate with all these streaming services and all these companies that want some of your stuff on their streaming services. You see what I mean? And then you're in charge, and you can just start, making money that way. Now, is it easier said than done? No, but I would drop that Paramount Plus, and then that Paramount Plus. Paramount should stay Paramount, not sell, and just stay the company Paramount, and get rid of Paramount Plus. Swallow your pride and get rid of Paramount Plus. Xbox Game Pass and PlayStation Plus, I support them for the reason why, even though I don't have Game Pass. I have Game Pass a lot. I just get rid of them, then I keep them, then I get rid of them, I keep them. But I don't. I did PlayStation Plus that way too. But I think let's just I'm not saying they have $500 million coming in every month. Let's just say they have $250 million coming in every month. That's a lot of money coming in every month that you could either help this company struggling on this game and try to get this game and fund this and fund that and get them games done so they can get that game out the door, and then they make money off that game, and then that game's done, and then when a new game's in the pipe, they could use some of that money to fund that. So I could see the reason why people would have these Xbox Game Pass and PlayStation Plus. All right, God bless, take care, and we'll catch you next video. We'll see you.